Hi, so today I'm going to give a demo of the ArcPlatforms Chat. So first of all, let's start with the chat and monitor. So this is the place where you'll be able to view all the specific chats that are happening in your organization. So that's every single chat between students, tutors, clients, group chats, chats between admins and students or admins and tutors, as well as admin to admin chats as well. So on your screen is an admin account. So this is what the admin sees. And we'll also have two phones up here as well in the top right hand corner. So the one on the very right is for the tutors and the one to the left is for the students. So first of all, I'm going to send a chat into the group chat. So here we've got group chat English 303. I'll click on the tutor and I'll send a message. So here I've sent a message by Jordan, the tutor, who says, "Hi all, no homework this week." So, a fantastic teacher. Then the student, I'll respond as a student. So a message has been sent as the student. And then as admins, we can also send a message here as well. So here as admins, we're just acting as a bit of a party pooper here, So this is just the group chat between the students, the tutors, and the admin. So this is a group chat. So if I click on the button in the top right-hand corner for the tutor, you can see who's a participant here. So there's a lot of clients here, and students and admins. So looking from the admin side, here we can see the different types of chats. So here we have a group chat. We also have an individual chat. So this is between the tutor, the student, and the client. So in this case, the student and the client are the same people. We also have a chat between just the tutor and the admin. And if we click over here, we can see the conversations that are between the company admins themselves. So this is where we're able to filter, for instance, over here, just tutor, student, client chats, just group chats, and just admin chats. And we can also filter between the specific services. So if I just say I only want service 303, here it is. So let's say a student says something that isn't ideal. So here we can see William Jones has said that he didn't really like the last lesson, even though there's a slight typo there. Here we can instantly see that it's been flagged by the system as a chat issue. So if I click on that, we can see that we've opened the chat issue. There's a bit of context in terms of what was said before, and there's ability to resolve. Now, if you have a big company, you might have hundreds of different chats, thousands of messages being sent every week, probably tens of thousands. There's no way for you to view everything. So we do have a specific place just for that, which is in chat issues. So this is where you'll be able to look at all the specific issues. So we filter all the issues between 4 types: negative, inappropriate, poaching, and expletive. So if I click on the specific message, we can look at the context and we can see the message. Now here you'll see the message isn't even written correctly. So there's a little typo there. Now our system's smart enough that it can still detect these things. And even though, people use @ instead of a and these little tricks, our system still detects it. And here in this specific version, we can detect it as a negative message that was sent. So from the side of the company, if a negative message is sent, it's up to you to figure out what the purpose of that is, whether that is something to do with the tutor or the student, and then you can hopefully minimize churn. Now, bear in mind, a chat issue can be triggered by anyone, a student, a tutor, even an admin. So once we've seen the chat issue, we can then resolve it. So we can resolve it as a warning, in which case, this is probably something to consider for the future, or if it was a false positive, we can say we can dismiss it here. So in this case, I'll just put it as a warning, just to say that, so that issue was resolved as a warning. So if we then scroll down from the students and we select William Jones, look at the chat issues, and we can look at all the resolved issues. This just shows us all the messages that were resolved as warnings. So here we can see there's 3 warnings, probably, 3 instances where he's written something negative. So it might be time to, consider changing tutor or, having a chat with him specifically. We can also look at all the chat inboxes that he has. So this is where you can see all the specific chats that he's involved in from his perspective as well. Fantastic. Now, the inverse of chat issues is chat highlights. So chat highlights is essentially something that's good. So it's either a positive experience like this one, a service inquiry, or a referral, which I would generally say is like a revenue indicator. You know, it's a potential chance for you to increase your revenue by, you know, in this case, giving someone a physics tutor or following up on a referral by a student or a parent. Personally, I think the chat highlights is one of the best features in the entire platform because it's really bringing genuine value to your business. So if you get, let's say, one client and each client is worth $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 over the lifetime of the student, you know, it's a great revenue multiplier for your business. And it's a great way for you to capitalize on goodwill, be it in terms of Google reviews, in terms of understanding which tutors are really good and which tutors are your breadwinners and just the best of the bunch. It's just a fantastic tool to help you really understand your business and really figure out where the best parts of it are and how to grow that. So now I'm going to show you how to invite a tutor. Now, inviting a tutor is very easy. It only takes, let's say, a minute or 90 seconds to do. So here I've sent an invitation to the tutor. Now what will happen now is that the tutor will receive an email, and in that email there'll be a link, and then they'll need to use that link when they download the app to create their account. So if we see here on my phone, this is the code. So we copy the code, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log out of my account. So what the tutor does is the tutor will need to download the app and then click join chat. So then let them do that, paste. They need to agree to the T's and C's. So now they're logged in, they click select profile. This is a starting guide that they can watch. And here we'll notice that they have no chats and they'll have no services. So we can either add a service for the tutor. The tutor could create their own service, but in this case, we'll add it for them. So let's create the service. Let's call it French 101. It's for Mr. Brian Wilson. Once I've clicked submit, you'll notice that the service has been created over here, and you'll see the service has been created here as well, French 101. So if we click on the service, this is where we can invite a student. So there's a code there. This code is something that we then give to the student, or the tutor can give to the student, or we can give to the student as an admin. So we can click on the service and the code is right here. So as a student, if I just go to the services, I click on join service, and this is where I'll add the code. So H2VKYD, click on join. And here you'll notice that in members, we've got the tutor and the student. So if the student then clicks that, and then we stay on chat, I'll just message the student from the tutor side. Sorry, your tutor, Jordan. Then if we go chat monitor, we'll be able to see the conversation that was just happening. And look, here we can see the message has been flagged as a chat issue, most likely due to negative connotation with the word sorry. Obviously, we can tell that the system is quite sensitive, and whether you want to dismiss this message or to put it as a warning is up to the discretion of your company. Now, if we look in the right-hand corner as well, let's go into a different chat, into this group chat. We'll notice that there's some buttons in the top right-hand corner. These are essentially analytics. So if I click on this, here we can see that there is a specific average response rate in terms of messaging. So after each message, we calculate the average response rate, and it gives you an understanding in terms of what was said and the topics and the quality of the messaging as well. The idea is we want to increase the service of your company and make sure all your tutors have a potential KPI that they want to hit. right? Either, sub 2 hours or sub 6 hours. We don't want your students or your clients to be waiting days for a message, for instance, right? So this allows you to keep track of that and make the necessary inquiries if it's not being, abided by. So if we then go back to service, we'll see that the tutor and the student are matched together here as well. So if we want to, we can also add another student to the chat. What we'll do as an admin, we'll remember the invite code. Bear in mind that this particular code is something that both the admins and tutors have, and we would generally recommend that it's something the tutors would pass on to the students at the start of the first lesson. We would also recommend that it might be something the admins also let the students know as well, so that they're aware that there's a specific code that they need to put into their phone. And then I'll then go onto my student phone. This is what it looks like when a student just downloads the app. First of all, we click on the join chat button, and then let's type in the invite code. So it's H2VKYD. I click continue, and now we fill out all the information. So I'm going to type in the client's name. So the client refers to the parent. I agree to the terms and conditions, then I click start. Here I select the profile. Let's join as a student. Close this. And here we should see that Peter Lim has been added as a student over here as well. And over here as well, if we hover over the section. Then we have the admin page. So this is where you can add different admins, and they can message tutors and students and other admins themselves from their own account. Over here, we have the chats. So these are the specific chats that are just related to this admin. And then we've got notifications. If we click on the profile avatar, we have the function to change the avatar. Also to view your profile, to switch profiles if you have different profiles on the same email. And finally, preferences. So you can change the date format as well as the theme if you want to as well. So I hope you really enjoy our platform and it's something that you find useful moving forwards. So if you have any questions regarding our platform, feel free to reach out to us on hello@arcplatforms.com. Otherwise, happy messaging.